Your vinyl record collection relies entirely on a microscopic diamond tip tracing a delicate plastic trench. Without precise weight distribution, that stylus stops reading the music and starts actively carving through the grooves, destroying the audio data with every rotation. This graphic shows the tone arm acting exactly like a seesaw. We must control the tracking force, the specific downward pressure the stylus exerts. Set too light, it skips out. Set too heavy, it permanently carves the groove. To prevent this structural failure, we need 3 tools: your turntable with its adjustable tone arm, the rubber platter mat, and a digital stylus scale. Executing a strict calibration protocol with these tools prevents mechanical wear and turns the turntable into a highly precise acoustic instrument. Step 1 is establishing a baseline. We have to neutralize all existing forces acting on the tone arm so we can start with a blank slate. Place your rubber mat back into its normal position on the platter. Then, locate the anti-skate dial next to the tone arm base and rotate it completely down to 0. Anti-skate applies a continuous outward sideways force to the tone arm during playback. If we leave it engaged right now, it will pull on the arm and corrupt our vertical weight measurements. Make sure the cueing lever, or elevation switch, is firmly in the down position. Carefully unclip the tone arm from its locking rest and guide it into the empty space between the rest and the platter. Look at this technical cross-section. You need to rotate the large rear counterweight slightly back and forth. Watch the arm respond until it hovers perfectly parallel to the turntable surface, entirely supported by the air. Work slowly here. The primary risk during this step is accidentally dropping the unprotected stylus directly onto the hard surface of the platter while twisting the weight. Once the arm maintains a stable horizontal float without tipping up or down, it is exerting exactly 0 grams of tracking force. You have successfully established your baseline. We have physical balance, but the numbers on the measurement dial won't match reality yet. We need to reset the dial to 0 without disturbing the delicate physical equilibrium we just built. First, gently guide the floating tone arm back into its resting cradle and lock it into place so it stays safe while we handle the rear assembly. The most common failure point happens right here. Users often twist the entire solid metal weight assembly instead of isolating the plastic indicator ring at the front. This graphic demonstrates the correct 2-hand hold. Use one hand to rigidly anchor the heavy blue metal weight, ensuring it does not rotate a single millimeter. With your other hand, spin only the front numerical dial, shown here in orange. Rotate that front ring until the 0 exactly aligns with the straight center indicator line etched onto the top of the tone arm barrel. Establishing this visual 0 ensures that when we finally move the actual weight inward, the dial will accurately report the exact tracking force being applied to the stylus. Now we apply the actual tracking force. Let go of the plastic ring, grip the main rear counterweight, and rotate the entire assembly inward toward the pivot joint. Watch the numbers as you turn. The dial will rotate automatically along with the main weight. Keep turning the entire unit until it reaches exactly 2.0 grams on the center line. Mechanical dials can drift, so we need to mathematically verify the accuracy of the counterweight using external hardware. Place your digital stylus scale directly onto the rubber mat. Position the tone arm over the center of the sensor and use the cue lever to carefully lower the stylus down onto the scale. This readout shows our target data parameters. Exactly 2.0 grams is ideal, but a variance anywhere between 1.8 and 2.2 grams is structurally safe for playback. If you are slightly off, use the cue lever to lift the arm, make a micro adjustment to the weight, and measure again. With the downward weight verified, make your final mechanical adjustment. Turn the anti-skate dial back up from 0 to 2, matching our verified 2.0 grams of tracking force. Matching the downward tracking force with an equal outward anti-skate force creates true physical equilibrium for the stylus inside the record groove. All forces acting on your tone arm are now perfectly balanced and externally verified. The protocol is complete. Mechanically, the diamond stylus will now precisely trace the vinyl trench with maximum structural contact and minimum destructive friction. You have eliminated the risk of groove damage, ensuring the long-term preservation of your collection while extracting the absolute highest fidelity of audio playback from the vinyl.